Welcome, greetings, Ras Reports, headline of the time. Well, this article I pulled out of Atlantic called "The Future of Getting Arrested" tells us about some of the technology behind today's policing. It says we're approaching a world where it's becoming technologically possible to ensure 100% compliance with a lot of laws. That was from the ACLU. For example, we can now pretty easily, if we wanted to, enforce 100% compliance with speed limits. So of course they're putting the chips in all the vehicles, which can monitor not only the location, but the speed at the time of the location. So technically they can go back and say, hey, you were on Avenue G at 3 o'clock p.m. driving 40 miles an hour, the posted speed limit is 35, here's your ticket. They won't do that because, well, for one, everybody's going to start driving the speed limit, and it's going to cut out that revenue stream. And of course, you know, they have to play a balance, because if they upset too many people, then people demand change. So usually it's always that balancing act where they use the middle class as the enforcers to keep the poor people at the bottom uneducated and oppressed. How they'll know a crime is taking place? Well, they're looking at putting microphone-based gunshot sensors. They say they're gunshot sensors, but they're really sensors that detect any noise, including voice. Call a 1-800 number and you get an automated voice. You know, disguise your voice. Even if you're talking to an operator, disguise your voice. Sometimes I go high, sometimes I go low. But the point is, you have to disguise your voice. Vancouver company is testing marijuana breathalyzers that can approximate the amount of THC in a person's system. And now they're looking at, you know, using these like they would a regular breathalyzer on the road if they pull somebody over. So the main thing is no consent. Assertively, never aggressively, because aggressively gives the police an opportunity to put 11 bullets in your brain. So you have to be just assertive, but not necessarily passive, because then they're going to kick your head in. You have to be just assertive, somewhere in the middle. And of course, it is a game. You know, I understand doing this kind of balance, engaging, teeter-tottering is not exactly, you know, what we were born to do. It's like, it doesn't come naturally to play the Hollywood game. But you have to be assertive, and you have to, you know, tell them that, hey, I know I have a First Amendment right, I understand the Bill of Rights, I know I have a Fourth Amendment right, and you don't have consent for nothing. You know, we as Rastafari people use the marijuana as our sacrificial vow unto Jah, because when we use the marijuana, we praise Jah. Whoever wrote this must have some deep connections with the cops, because the police aren't just starting to monitor social media. The police are the reason we have social media. The whole social media apparatus was invented so that they can track and monitor you at will, with your consent. Because every time you sign up to Facebook, you're giving your consent for everybody to get into your private life. Limit. There's no boundary. It's just one more step in that direction towards the chip.